Good afternoon, Glassboro, and welcome to Rowan News. My name is Venice Washington.
And I'm Andres Mejia. Coming up, events on campus, study abroad opportunities, our weekly weather forecast, and more coming up on Rowan News.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Venice Washington, and this is Rowan News. In honor of Black History Month, Tuesday, February 24th, will be the annual Rosa Parks Scholarship Luncheon in the Chamberlain Student Center Ballroom. This event is a highly anticipated annual gathering in order to honor Rosa Parks' legacy by awarding scholarships to well-deserved students and highlighting and celebrating contributions of Black Americans to our country. You can visit Rowan's Prof link for the link to register. A Christian organization on campus, Jesus Club, will be partnering with Bride Breakfast Ministries in Kensington to provide food, warm clothing, and other supplies for survival to strangers in need, and they are looking for your help. During their weekly meetings, a box for donations will be present for you to stop by and drop off some supplies. Some items they are looking for include warm clothing, perishable food items, and basic hygiene supplies. For more information, feel free to visit their Instagram at RUJesusClub.
On Tuesday, February 17th, Rowan University hosted a fair at the Student Center Pit for students who are interested in studying abroad. Students were able to meet with their representatives and ask questions about the different programs students are offered to study abroad. Students from exchange universities were also helping out to answer questions and give information. From Europe to Asia, language studies to internships, the fair included something for everyone's interests and their goals. Not only did the fair just feature the option of studying in a different country, there were giveaways, hot chocolate, coffee, pretzels, and many more. If you missed the event and have any interest or questions about studying abroad, reach out to the Study Abroad office through their phone number at 856-256-4105 or by email at studyabroad@rowan.edu. Up next, we have our own Ty Delancey with World News.
Thank you, Andres. In the world of news, the Trump administration had called on local law enforcement to support its growing deportation operations nationwide, reviving a controversial task force model that allows local police officers to be deputized by ICE to stop people and make arrests based on suspicion that someone is in the country illegally. Agreements between immigration, customs enforcement, and local law enforcement now allow officers to make federal immigration arrests, which have increased by 950% in the first year of Donald Trump's second term. As of January 26, there were 1,168 agency officers trained to help ICE, which was a meteoric rise from the only mere 135 that were trained during the Biden administration. Heartbreaking news comes out of California, as on Wednesday, February 18th, authorities found the bodies of 8 skiers that were involved in an avalanche near Lake Tahoe. It was reported that the avalanche was about a football field in length and struck approximately at 11:30 Tuesday morning after they had left a set of backcountry huts at Frog Lake. The avalanche was recorded as the 4th deadliest in U.S. history. Officials reported that there is still one person missing. However, that person is presumed dead by authorities. They continue to fight the near whiteout conditions. We send our prayers and thoughts to their families affected by this horrific tragedy. Continuing with the theme of heartbreaking news, on February 15th, the world-renowned actor Robert Duvall passed away peacefully at his home at the age of 95. He leaves behind his wife, Luciana Pedreza, with whom he spent the past 20 years. Duvall was most notorious for his roles in The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and Tender Mercies. Due to his amazing performances, he won Best Actor in his 1983 film, Tender Mercies. Our heart goes out to his family and friends as the film industry mourns the loss of an icon. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Ty. Up next, Rowan's CEO Club brings on a special guest speaker after this.
At Rowan University, we are forging into the future the only way we know how. Forward. Forging forward in innovation, forging discovery, and forging the growth of young minds. And as we approach the next 100 years, Each of us have the opportunity to build on the legacy of Henry Rowan's gift.
We have to compete in the world, and that means taking risks and doing things that haven't been done before.
To drive both our university and higher education where it needs to go. Today, we launch Forging Forward, the campaign for Rowan University, and we invite you to join us as we forge into the future. This campaign will be guided by priorities that will fuel our next phase of growth. Advancing academic excellence, investing in forward-thinking programs, and aiming for R1 status. Prioritizing student wellness, meeting students where they are and making a relevant education more accessible. Taking a cross-disciplinary approach to health education, focusing on prevention, discovery, and meeting the demand for care. Expanding our campus with new ways to learn and making South Jersey a hub for research, innovation, and technology. We are forging into the future the only way we know how, forward. So join us as we build on our namesake's legacy that brought us here and chart a path to sustain our ambitions, invest in excellence, and continue forging forward for the next 100 years.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Welcome back. On Wednesday, February 25th, Rowan CEO Club will be presenting a special guest speaker, entrepreneur, filmmaker, and author Steve DeStante, at their club meeting. The meeting will be taking place in Business Hall, room 209, starting at 2 p.m. on the 25th. If you're a woman and you run a business or own a product, this next one is for you. On Friday, March 20th, the BIPOC Graduate and Professional Students Association will be hosting the CEO Showcase in the Student Center pit. This will be an opportunity for women-owned businesses to promote their product and connect on a business level. If you have further questions regarding the event, feel free to message the club's Instagram at BGPSA_RowanU.
Over the past few days, there has been an increase in the number of deaths of geese. According to the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, a likely significant outbreak of bird flu is the cause for this. The investigation is underway in South Jersey as more than 1,000 geese have been found both deceased and in distress in nearby communities. The belief is that the geese have received avian influenza. This is a virus that spreads between birds through close contact, saliva, and respiratory secretions. Although the transmission risk to humans is low, it is important to keep your distance away from the geese and do not touch sick or dead animals. Keep your pets away from deceased animals and do not bring any wild animals into your home. If you come across a deceased goose or one in distress on campus, call Rowan Police at 856-256-4911. Do not attempt to remove or aid the geese, as trained professionals will remove them. Coming up, our own Nicholas Marinelli visits the Rowan Environmental Action League Club in Discovery Hall.
I'm Nicholas Marinelli, standing inside Discovery Hall, where the Real Environmental Group is holding their meetings that normally take place on Tuesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. The Real Environmental Group meets every 2 weeks. REAL stands for Rowan Environmental Action League. They focus on wildlife cleanup and hold countless events during the semester. They also collaborate with other clubs on campus. REAL is the force behind the community gardens you may have seen around campus, where they grow plants, flowers, and food. The best part of all of it is that the food gets grown and donated to the shop to help the community on campus.
We do bi-weekly meetings throughout the semester with featuring guest speakers, games, activities, all centered around the idea of the environment and sustainability. We also do trips which vary from educational to just being outside in nature. Our club is just kind of a vague umbrella of a lot of things involving the environment and sustainability. I really enjoy the community this club builds. We obviously have the garden on campus, which really brings a lot of different people together into a shared space. It's where we just meet new people and just learn new things with others.
Favorite event is our yearly, per semester, every semester we go on a Clean Ocean Action in Ventnor City, and it's a ton of fun. We find cool stuff, and then we hang out after and we eat lunch.
Very nice. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And that was the Real Environmental Group. And if you're wanting to join the club, they meet Tuesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. here at Discovery Hall, room 201. Sending it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Nick. Up next, everyone's favorite weatherman, Keegan Thompson, is here with this week's weather forecast.
Thank you, Andres. Yes, we are back for yet another season of weather here on Rowan News, helping you plan for our weekly conditions without needing to look outside. My name is Keegan Thompson, back for more in this spring season of Rowan News, and I am delighted to announce that we will be debuting a second weather person here later in the season. So you won't have to see this ugly mug every Friday anymore. Speaking of ugly and muggy, today, Friday, the cold wave in the northeast has finally broken, and we have some warmer temps at 47 degrees, but on and off rain throughout the day. At night, we're looking at a low of 36 degrees and some lingering cloud coverage, which will carry on into tomorrow, but we will see some sun and a high of 49 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Gusty as well, 10 to 15 mile-an-hour winds. At night, low of 32 degrees and gathering clouds as the night gets later. Which leads into Sunday, more precipitation. A mix of rain and snow at an 87% chance. High of 39 degrees, 10 to 20 mile-an-hour winds that will rip right through you unless you layer up. I'm talking hat, gloves, and scarves, people. Sunday night, low of 30 degrees as well. That will give way into another winter storm warning. The Weather Channel is expecting a 5 to 8 inches of snow on Monday with a 100% chance as of right now. Most of the snow in Glassboro just melted, and we're already facing a fresh batch. Truly, winter will never end. Apparently not on Monday either. Snow showers are predicted to continue into the afternoon and may linger late into the day. High of 37 degrees and a low of 26 with mostly cloudy skies at night. Tuesday, no more snow, but it will still be chilly. Low of 34 degrees, a high of 34 degrees and partly cloudy skies. That wind will still be present from the weekend as well, so please be mindful of that. On Tuesday night, it's a low of 26. Sorry, that's a typo on my end. Do not worry, the low is not higher than the high tonight. That would be oxymoronic. Wednesday, warmer again, a high of 46 degrees and more gathering clouds. At night, low of 39 and rain showers on the way, which will continue into Thursday, where we'll get some proper daytime rain showers at a 54% chance. High of 48 degrees, hopefully that will melt some of our fresh snow without accumulating any ice from the rain. At night, temps will cool down to 28 degrees and give way to even more snow. Not as much though, that's expected to continue into Friday morning, so best be prepared for that. And that's going to do it for me on Glassboro's 7-day forecast. Some warm days bearing a promise of spring, but some more winter weather to remind us that this is still late February. We'll see you again next week with some more weather, hopefully brighter and sunnier. Now, back to Venice and Andres at the main desk.
Thanks, Keegan. Well, that's all we have for you today. Be sure to tune in another week's episode of Rowan News. I'm Venice Washington.
And I'm Andres Mejia. Have a great rest of your day, Glassboro.